Hi, is this still your number?
Right now, somewhere in the world, a phone lights up with a message from a number you don't know. Hi, sorry, is this still your number? It seems like a harmless mistake. It isn't. That message is the opening move in one of the most profitable, most brutal criminal industries on Earth. A business built on stolen savings and stolen people. And it almost never gets told, because the people who could tell you are locked behind its walls. In Chinese, the scam has a name: Sha Zhu Pan, pig butchering. The victim is the pig. First you fatten them, weeks, sometimes months, of warmth, friendship, maybe even love, from a stranger who always seems to be online. Then comes the slaughter. The stranger mentions a can't-miss crypto investment, and once your money is in, it and they vanish. It began with Chinese organized crime and the gambling dens of Southeast Asia. When the pandemic shut the casinos, the syndicates found a new product that never closed and never ran out: online fraud. They industrialized it. If a con could make thousands from a single victim, why not run it like a factory, with thousands of workers around the clock? And so the compounds rose. Along the Moe River on the Myanmar border, in the boomtowns of Cambodia, in the lawless Golden Triangle of Laos, fortified cities of fraud sprang up almost overnight. High walls, razor wire, guard towers, places like KK Park, a scam metropolis of glass towers and barracks that barely existed a few years ago, now humming with tens of thousands of workers. But who works in a scam factory? At first, willing criminals. Then demand outstripped supply, and the industry turned to a darker source. It advertised jobs, well-paid positions in customer service, tech support, translation, in a foreign city. Across Asia, and increasingly the whole world, educated young people answered the ad, packed a bag, and flew toward what looked like the opportunity of a lifetime. They landed. They were met, driven to a border, and handed across it. And the moment they arrived, the job evaporated. Their passports were taken. Their phones were taken. They were now inside the walls, sold to a compound for a price, and told the only way out was to earn it back, one stranger's savings at a time. Inside, the day runs 17 hours. Row after row of workers at banks of phones, each running dozens of fake identities from a script, each chasing a quota. Miss it, and the punishments are real. Beatings, electric shocks, dark rooms, threats to the family back home. Underperform badly enough, and you are simply sold on to another compound. Some are traded again and again. The work itself is a slow, patient cruelty. The trafficked worker spends weeks building trust with a lonely person on the other side of the planet, then guides them onto a fake investment platform, its charts glowing green with profits that don't exist. The victim watches the number climb, invests more, tells their friends, and when they try to withdraw, the money is already gone. 2 lives ruined by a single message. The numbers are staggering. The United Nations estimates that hundreds of thousands of people are trapped in these compounds. Well over 100,000 in Myanmar, 100,000 more in Cambodia, with tens of thousands scattered across Laos, the Philippines, and beyond. And the money they extract from the outside world? Researchers estimate the losses at more than $75 billion, making this one of the most lucrative criminal enterprises on the planet. An operation this size cannot hide. It doesn't have to. The compounds sit under the protection of armed militias and warlords who take their cut, in borderlands where no government truly rules. When authorities cut their electricity, the bosses simply wire in satellite dishes and keep going. The people at the very top rarely see a courtroom. For years, they have been almost untouchable. Then, the world started paying attention. When a Chinese actor was lured to a Myanmar compound and rescued, the outrage went global. Thailand cut power and fuel to the border. The United States and its allies began sanctioning the networks and indicting their kingpins. In late 2025, one of the biggest operators was raided, and thousands of workers walked free. Its billionaire boss was hunted down and arrested. For the first time, the walls were cracking. But a factory can be moved. As one compound falls, another opens across the next border, under a new name. The industry is already spreading to Africa, to Latin America, to the Middle East. It endures because it runs on the two most renewable resources there are: human loneliness and human desperation. The most sinister business of all, one where the product is trust, and the raw material is people. And it still begins with a single, friendly text.